Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is going to hand you success. You want it? Earn it. And that starts with you getting out of your own damn way. Every excuse, every delay, every ounce of self-pity you've been carrying, it's time to let it go. Because here's the truth. The world doesn't care how you feel. It doesn't care if you're tired, overwhelmed, or scared. The world only rewards action. And if you're not taking it, you're falling behind. Procrastination is your enemy because it feels harmless. You think, what's one more day? What's one more hour? But every time you delay, you're training your brain to avoid discomfort. You're building the habit of avoidance instead of the habit of execution. And that habit will cost you everything. You don't need more time. You don't need more planning. You need to get off your ass and do something. Start ugly, start scared, start unsure, but start. The first step isn't supposed to feel good. It's supposed to feel necessary. Excuses are poison. They sound sweet when you say them, but they'll kill your dreams one drop at a time. And the worst part, you start to believe your own lies. I can't do it because of this. It's not my fault because of that. Stop it. Cut the crap. You are not a victim. Life isn't fair. So what? Nobody's life is fair. The people you admire, the ones out there crushing it, didn't get there by blaming their circumstances. They looked at what they had, no matter how little, and they made it work. They didn't complain. They executed. What's stopping you? Accountability isn't optional. It's the foundation of growth. If you're not willing to own your failures, you'll never own your success. Stop running from the truth. Stop hiding from the mirror. Look yourself in the eye and ask, am I doing everything I can? Am I giving my best? Or am I playing small because it's easier?
Your ego makes you avoid
the answer might hurt, but it's the only way forward. Accountability doesn't make you weak. It makes you powerful. It gives you control. And if you want control over your life, you need to stop making excuses and start taking responsibility. Settling is slow death. Every time you lower your standards, you're digging a deeper hole. This is good enough. I don't need to push harder. I can live with this. No, that voice in your head is lying to you. Settling feels safe, but it's a trap. It's comfort disguised as progress. It's mediocrity wrapped in false satisfaction. You know deep down you want success, but deep down you're standing in your own way. Nobody else is holding you back. It's not the system, not your circumstances, not bad luck. It's you. And if you don't wake up to the ways you're sabotaging yourself, you'll keep spinning your wheels, wondering why nothing ever changes. Procrastination is the first killer of success.
You can't rush growth.
You tell yourself, I'll do it tomorrow. But tomorrow turns into next week, and next week turns into never. You're not too busy. You're too scared to start.
But in the journey,
you're scared of the effort, the discipline, the grind it takes to get where you want to be.
Growth and comfort.
Procrastination is just a fancy way of avoiding the uncomfortable truth.
When you're tested,
you don't want it badly enough. You make excuses because it's easier than taking responsibility. I don't have time. I don't have resources.
Every time I fail,
I don't have the talent.
Faced with a choice.
Let me tell you something.
Or get better.
Nobody cares about your excuses. They don't matter.
There's only one
option. The world doesn't care if you're tired, if you're overwhelmed, if you're struggling. The only thing that matters is results. Excuses are the language of failure. Every time you make one, you're giving yourself permission to stay exactly where you are.
But the pain of growth is nothing.
Avoiding accountability is another way you sabotage yourself.
The last lesson
you don't want to admit when you failed.
It revealed who
you don't want to face
am.
the fact that you are the reason you're not where you want to be.
It's just you and your raw
So you
self.
shift blame,
no titles,
point fingers, and pretend it's out of your hands.
No excuses.
But accountability is where growth begins. It's looking in the mirror and saying, this is on me. My choices, my actions, my habits, this is why I'm here.
Doesn't define you.
Until you own that, you'll never move forward. Settling for less is a subtle way of giving up on yourself. You convince yourself that this is good enough. because you're too afraid to chase what you really want. You lower your standards, shrink your dreams, and convince yourself it's okay. But deep down, you know it's not. Settling is self-betrayal. It's choosing comfort over courage, mediocrity over greatness. If you're not aiming for the best, you're aiming for nothing. And then there's the fear of failure. It's the biggest saboteur of all. You're so afraid of messing up, of looking foolish, of falling short, that you don't even try. But here's the truth. Failure isn't the enemy. Regret is. Failing is part of the process. It's how you learn, how you grow, how you get better. But regret, that's forever. The pain of failure is temporary, but the pain of regret will eat at you for the rest of your life. Success isn't about being perfect. It's not about having the best plan or the most resources. It's about showing up day after day and refusing to quit. It's about doing the hard things even when you don't feel like it. It's about pushing past your fears, silencing your excuses, and holding yourself to a higher standard. Procrastination. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. It doesn't exist. The only moment you have is right now. Action is the antidote to procrastination. Take one step, then another, then another. Momentum builds when you start moving. Don't wait until you're ready. Just start. Excuses, kill them. Replace every excuse with a reason to try. You don't have time? Make time. You don't have the resources? Find a way. Excuses are a crutch for the weak. If you want success, you've got to stop leaning on them. Accountability, embrace it. Own your failures, your mistakes, your shortcomings. Stop running from the truth. Accountability isn't punishment, it's freedom. It's the power to change your life by taking full responsibility for it. Settling, raise your standards, demand more from yourself. Refuse to accept anything less than your best. Settling is the easy way out, but it's also the road to regret. You deserve better, but only if you're willing to fight for it. And fear, let it fuel you.
But failure has a way of humbling
Fear of failure, fear of looking stupid, fear of falling short. Use it. Let it push you forward instead of holding you back. Fear is a sign that you're stepping outside your comfort zone, and that's exactly where you need to be. The truth is, success isn't complicated. It's hard, but it's simple. Show up, do the work, stop making excuses, stop avoiding the uncomfortable, stop sabotaging yourself. You're the only thing standing in your way. So what's it going to be? Are you going to keep holding yourself back, keep playing small, keep wasting your potential? Or are you going to get out of your own way and go after what you want with everything you've got? The choice is yours. It always has been. Stop sabotaging your own success. Start becoming the person you're meant to be. No more excuses. No more delays. No more fear. It's time to step up. It's time to stop playing the victim and start being the hero of your own story. Because no one else is going to save you. No one else is going to do the work for you. Success is on you.